So we are live here to talk with Neil Ducoff, who will be joining us very shortly. I'm very excited about it. He's one of the speakers at the Salon Owners Summit Roadshow in Chicago on April 15th. So we're going to get to talk about what his presentation is on during the summit, what he does, and yeah. So it looks like he's joined. So hopefully, yeah. Let's, okay. We are adding him. Thanks everyone for tuning in. So if you have any questions about the roadshow, we can answer them. And any questions that you have for Neil, please ask them. Hi.
Good morning. Or it's afternoon by you, right?
What?
It's afternoon by you, isn't it? Or almost.
I think our connection's bad. 1 second. All right. Let's try again.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Neil Ducoff, founder and CEO of Strategies. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here in Connecticut. I've got my trusty sidekick, Rocky. Rocky, wake up. There he is. I got Rocky over there watching out the window. So I have my entire team here. It's me and Rocky.
Nice. Well, that's good. Thank you for joining us. It is also
my pleasure.
8. I'm in Philly, so it's also 8 a.m. So it looks like we have a lot of people on. So I just want you to start the conversation with what Strategies is, and then how you help salon and spa businesses grow.
Okay. Well, let's see. I started Strategies in 1993. We just had our 25th birthday last September. We started as a business publication, also doing seminars. We published a monthly 16-page magazine called Strategies. And we stopped doing that after 14 years because the internet happened. And we are a group of very passionate people. Most of us are full-time. We have a number of salon spa owner coaches, but we coach and train salon, spa, med spa, barbershops, lash companies, nail companies, all kinds of beauty industry companies to create the type of cultures owners want, to be profitable, to be team-based, not just say team and talk teamwork, but to truly be and function as teams. And I've got my assistant, Rocky, who wants to get the heck out of my office. There we go. There we go. But we've been at it for over 25 years. We have a very active coaching business. We have an annual team-based pay conference that we do, which is growing very nicely. Our 6th one is coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, September 29th and 30th.
Nice. Well, on that note, you are going to be joining us in Chicago, April 15th, which I'm very excited to have the opportunity to actually meet you in person. Side note for everyone, this is the first time that we're meeting face to face. So this is very exciting. Your presentation is on building a sustainable business model.
Correct.
So is this a normal presentation that you give, when you're coaching one-on-one, or is this just a topic that?
It's a topic that I guess it kind of threads through pretty much everything we do at Strategies. Mm-hmm. Building a sustainable business, and this message is for all employee-based salon, spa owners, any type of business in the beauty industry. The industry is changing, and how you run your business, lead your business, how you create profit, how you hire, seek out, grow the best employees is really changing. And in the US, we have this wonderful thing called booth rental. We have suites. We have this whole independent movement, and owners of employee-based salon spas are trying very, very hard to figure out how do you compete against them, and how do you grow, again, what we'll just define as a sustainable business. And sustainable means it's got to be profitable, because if you're not profitable, you can't take care of your people, you can't pay the bills, you can't do all that fine stuff that you should be doing and make business ownership worthwhile. So we teach some very different approaches. They are best business practices, and our job is to guide owners, take them to where they want to go, but hold them accountable to implementing and sticking with the systems that will create profit, will create teamwork, will create dynamic cultures, and most importantly, and this is where things have gotten a little strange in the industry over the years, how to create an individual brand for your salon spa where clients are loyal to your company and not just one particular service provider.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I am very excited for your talk now. I want to learn a lot more, and I'm sure everyone that's attending wants to learn more. So before we continue, we're going to be on for a little bit longer. If anyone has any questions, please comment below, and I'll keep track of them, and we can ask Neil as we go through. So on a different topic, have you ever been to Chicago before?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I didn't know
Awesome.
you were in Philly. I did this at 8 o'clock in the morning because I thought it was helping you in Ireland. I didn't know you were just right down the street in
I was
Philly.
wondering why you said that on the phone. I was like, no, it's still going to be 8 a.m.
Yeah, all right. Well,
yeah,
hey, welcome to 8 a.m. in Philly. The sun's coming up. There we go.
So are you excited to be back in Chicago? Do you have any recommendations of, we do have a question, but any recommendations of food?
Oh, I don't know. Eat
No.
pizza, eat steak.
Okay.
I don't know about those Chicago pizzas. They're like 4 inches. It's like lasagna. We're East Coast, thin crust, but if you like that thick stuff, boy, Chicago's got great. And Portella's, I understand, has some of the finest chocolate cake on the planet.
Ooh, that sounds really good. So we have a question. What % of a salon's turnover should be retail?
What percentage of sales should be retail?
Yes.
Well, that's a great question. My smart aleck answer is a heck of a lot more than it is. At Strategies, we always do retail as a % of total revenue, not retail to service, because you want to know what piece does retail represent of your business. And we have companies that we coach on a system, it'd be too complicated to get into it here, where the retail recommendation is part of the conclusion of every service, as is the pre-book. And when the service provider, hairstylist, esthetician, whatever, wraps up that service, there's information that goes to checkout. And that information needs to be the retail recommendation, needs to be the pre-book. The reason I'm saying this is retail is a function of recommendation. You can't sell what you're capable of selling if your team and leadership and your systems cannot get consistent retail recommendations to happen. So we see hair salons, we use hair salons as a baseline. We see hair salons doing 18, 20, 24, 25%. We have some curly hair salons, yay, curly hair salons, that are doing 35, 36% retail. But if you're doing the infamous plus or minus 10%, it's because clients are walking out the door and they were never told what to use and they were never asked if they would like to purchase. So the more you allow that to happen, and I know I'm not a salesperson, I'm an artist. Come on, we got to get over it. You do the hair, you use the stuff, tell the client what they need, make that recommendation, ask if they want to buy it when they leave.
Awesome. Well, thank you for answering. I hope that answered your question. Connor, David Barnett has a question. Do you see the suite model continuing to grow and even spreading across the world?
Not if I can help it. But here's the thing with suites. It's a phenomenon, and it's been labeled as booth rental on steroids because it's a very formal form of booth rental. Once the franchises got involved, it exploded, and suites are popping up all over creation. The challenge that suite owners will run into is overbuilding. You can only fund a suite facility, the suite entity, not the individual suites, if you have service providers that are busy and making enough money to pay the rent. And if you're having trouble filling suites with busy service providers, you start lowering the rent. And it's becoming very competitive. And I have no problem with anyone that wants to rent a suite, lease a suite, and go on their own. I just know that the employee-based salons are the ones that have the bigger opportunity, and you can still offer freedom to employees. So I see the suite market growing, but it's nearing a capacity where there's going to be some sort of shakeout, simply because it's overbuilt. Franchises, it's a great marketing ploy. Hey, buy this franchise, get the space, build it out, lease out all the cubicles, collect the rent, have someone come and clean the hallways. Yeah, and it's just not, the one thing we have not been able to find yet is any data on what is suite turnover. Salons have employee turnover, suites have turnover too. If the stylist can't pay the rent, they're going to disappear in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for answering. I hope that answered your question, David. I know we're running low on time. We have 2 more minutes. We did have a question earlier. It was, what is a team-based strategy?
Okay. In a nutshell, if you pay commission is paid based on individual performance, not team. There can be semblances of teamwork, but in a team-based company, everyone is shooting, every service provider, front desk, guest services, assistants, you name it, everyone is shooting for the company goal. What does the salon have to do in service? What does the salon have to do in retail? Everybody pushes and pulls in the same direction. It's not how much did I bring in, what's my request rate, how many people are asking for me. It's a very, very different game.
Great, thank you. I hope that answered, I'm trying to see who asked. I hope that answered your question if you're still watching. Can't figure out who it was. But anyways, if you want to ask me more questions, you can come to the Salon Owners Summit in Chicago on April 15th. Do you have time for one more question?
Sure. I got up early. It's 8 o'clock in Connecticut.
So Salon Today asked, what management tasks do owners most frequently compromise? Sorry.
Oh, all right, I'll give the list. Performance reviews. My joke is, do you do quarterly performance reviews at least once a year? Guys, think about it. You'll laugh in a minute. Budgeting, planning, building cash flow plans, paying attention to the financials, paying attention to your payroll percent. General marketing has gone in a whole different direction these days with social media. That's a lot of work to maintain social media marketing, but performance reviews, the conversations with staff, talking to them, understanding, inspiring them, motivating, but holding everyone accountable, and then implementing systems. What I said before about retail. Every client that goes to checkout should have a retail recommendation and a pre-book recommendation. And the more clients that go to checkout just to pay the bill and walk out the door, the more opportunity you allow to walk out the door. There you go.
All right. Well, I hope that answered your question, Salon Today. And thank you for answering that question.
Hi, Salon Today.
So anyways, we'll wrap it up really quickly. The roadshow is in Chicago on April 15th. After this live is posted, I'll post a story. All you have to do is swipe up to buy your tickets. So I think we can both say we hope to see you there.
I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing everyone on this broadcast and all of our salon owner friends around the country in Chicago on April 15th. Woo-hoo!
All right. See you there. Thank you so much for doing this and joining me at 8 a.m.
My pleasure. Take care.
Now get some coffee.
I have it right here.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.